Tá começando. Quando tiver online, eu vou falar.
Olha o chá.
3, 2, 1. Você está ao vivo, hein? Vai lá, Milene!
Oi, pessoal! Oi, pessoal do YouTube! Oi, pessoal do Zoom! Para quem não me conhece, we're going to speak in English today for the data science full-time demo day of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, actually, the whole Brazil class. For who doesn't know me, my name is Milene, and I'm very proud city manager of Rio de Janeiro. And our batch today is a batch of like many people around the world, but mainly Brazilian. And we teach in English, that's why it's in English today, just a little disclaimer. And before we start, I just wanted to present to you a little bit Wagon, for the ones who don't know about it. Opa, not this. We're simply the #1 coding school in the whole world, and I'm not the one saying it. Our students are saying it for us. You can go to evaluation websites about coding bootcamp, data science bootcamp, web development bootcamp. We are always ranked #1, and this has been going on for the past 5 years. And we're very proud and happy to have this community of 15,000 students behind us. And we're very famous for 2 programs. The first one is our web development program, which is for beginner and which will earn both full-time and part-time formats. And of course, data science, the one that you're gonna see the result of today. And for this one, you need a little bit of coding basics, you need some math, statistics, algebra, calculus. If you're in doubt, feel free to contact me directly or contact Deya and Sample. We are here to help you. We're here to help you know if you fit into what we expect also. And if you're looking for intense experience, I highly advise you to join the full-time bootcamp. It's 9 weeks, Monday to Friday, all day, a lot of crazy people, but we love it. And if you cannot allow yourself to do this right now, if you have to be working, if you have to be studying, then you can choose the part-time. The part-time is 6 months, Tuesday and Thursday nights, and Saturday the whole day. It's exactly the same bootcamp. I know I have this question often, like, is it exactly the same? It's exactly the same. Like, even to the teachers, it's exactly the same. So please feel free to choose whatever fits your lifestyle most, and we're very happy to have you in our school. And for the ones who are curious what to do about after Le Wagon, actually there are many things to do. Even our data science students, that it kind of feels like, oh, you will work in data science. Actually, you can work in a lot of fields. You can work in like any kind of field, like marketing, engineering, law, but it's a data team, because right now everything is data. So we're very excited to be creating the professions of the future here at Le Wagon. And when you join this bootcamp, my favorite part of it, as you can hear from my accent, is the international community here. And that's why we teach in English in Rio, because we like to welcome students from all around the world. And actually, we're very proud also that in Brazil, we actually represent 1,000 students out of this 15,000 people community. And that's also for the message for the current students who are graduating today. Please, please, please take advantage of this 15,000 people community that is here to put you in contact with people looking for data scientists, data engineers, people creating companies, people needing your freelance work, people who need your help. Like, this is the best community I've ever been here in. I was a student here at Le Wagon before, and please, please, please take advantage of it. And not only in Brazil, but also all around the world. Now we're 45 cities. Paris, Berlin, Melbourne, Tokyo. There's a lot to do in the future for you guys. But today, it's not about Le Wagon so much. It's about our students, our dear students, batch 930. I didn't put the pictures of Andrea. I'm so sorry for the ones who are disappointed. I wanted to keep it corporate. And that's actually the best group picture we have, but I think it's a great picture. It's a very cute picture. Look at everyone. I love it. But as Charles would say, are you guys ready to see the demo right now? Our final, the final projects of our students. For the ones who don't know, I will wait for the, you want to see it again? Okay. For the ones who don't know, of course, most of our students have a background in programming. They're very strong in math, but most of them have never built any kind of data science project. And this is a project from beginners. So please be impressed that they have been building this in the past 10 days as beginner. Some of them didn't even know about GitHub, for example. So it's very interesting. And also feel free to ask questions in the YouTube chat. We'll be answering them. Feel free to do so. And yeah, let's go. For the first group, I will be calling Adam. Are you ready, Adam? Straight
Yes,
from
I
the
am.
US.
Straight from Michigan, USA.
Yay.
All right.
Whenever you're ready, feel free to
Yep.
go.
All right, let's do this. Hi, everyone. Thank you for attending the presentations today. So my group and I have been working the last 2 weeks to build a fake news detector. And the reason for doing this is because more and more people are going to social media to get their news and information, myself included. But we also know it's a problem that fake news is growing and it's getting harder to tell what's fake and what's true. This is partially because fake news spreads actually faster than real news, so much so that 38% of us here have already shared a fake news article accidentally. So my team and I looked at this problem and asked, what can we do? There's a few solutions. One, we could have a group of people manually reviewing news headlines and trending headlines, and then either using their own knowledge or doing some research to verify the news articles, or the path that our team took was to use the power of machine learning to do this work for us. So the solution we created can be broken down into 3 main parts, which is pre-processing the data so that it could go into a deep learning model, and we could train this model, and then we were able to deploy it to a website so that the public can now interface with it and use it to make predictions on news articles they come across. So the first step I mentioned, pre-processing the data, this is a really important step because all of the data that goes into our model must be cleaned and transformed the same way so that the model can basically work most efficiently. So it all goes through this process here, whether the data is coming into the model to train it, or if, say, myself puts data in to get a prediction out, it also goes through the same pre-processing. And as for the deep learning models, the fun stuff. So we actually had 2 models. On the left is the first model that predicts whether or not the text that we put into it is even news or not. So the way we trained this was with data sets with news articles and also with other text that you might come across on the internet, like food reviews, recipes, book descriptions. And we tried out a bunch of different models using machine learning models and more advanced deep learning models. And we landed on the convolutional neural network because it, as you can see, it has had extremely high accuracy with our data sets. And it was also faster than the other deep learning models that we tried. And then once this left model predicts the data, if it is in fact news, then we go to the second model, which is the purpose of doing this project, was to predict if it's real or fake. So again, we used a convolutional neural network and again had amazing results with it. So that is how and why we did the project. And then we were able to make a website so people could interface with it and use it themselves. So this is a schematic of basically what the website does. A user will input their own article that they want to try. It goes into the classifier, which is the first model we just talked about, and it's classified as news or not news. And if it is news, it goes into our second model, which is then which we then decide if it's real or fake. So now we'll jump to the demo. Give me 1 second, please. All right, so this is the website that we built. First, we will try a baked chicken breast recipe. So all we have to do, and after the demo here, you can try it yourself. We'll copy the text, paste it in, And as you can see, it's analyzing, it's done, and that's going to give us our prediction. I think we can all guess. All right. It does not sound like a news article. So that first classifier we talked about decides if it's news or not news. So this, it was correct. It's not news. So next we will try, some of you may have heard of this website, the Babylon Bee. It's popular in the US. It is notorious for making fake news articles. So this one here, Texas buses illegal immigrants to Chicago, and oh no, they've all been shot. So it is fake. They only post fake news, but it's written like real news. So again, I'll copy the text, paste it in, and it's supposed to be fake news. So let's see. It's written like a real news article, but fake alert. All right, we have a warning, a fun GIF. And then it says the probability of what's being stated in the article above is fake at 84%. So we're 84% sure, and we were correct that that article is fake. And then we'll give you a warning that you should not spread this news article. And then let's try another one. So this is NBC News. I think this one was from this morning. Iran seizes 2 USC drones in second incident this week. So again, all we have to do is copy, let's see how much text we could get. Copy the text. Paste it in. And let's see if NBC's news articles are real or fake. All right, this one seems legit. And we're 100% sure this time that it is a real news article, and we are right again with the model. And here, if you want to see the developers, if you forget later on. This is our team here that built the app. And then we give another message saying it's okay to share this because it's not fake news. So that's the website we built. We worked really hard on it. And that was the end of the demonstration. Again, this is our team. We worked really hard on this project for the last 2 weeks. Andrea, Charles, and Lucas. So thank you.
Yay!
There's just
Impressive.
Science.
Yeah. Adam, I guess you didn't know, but you have a whole crowd here cheering
I
for
did
you
not
in
know.
Rio.
Thank you. So this is
It's better to know at the end.
So this is the
Go for it.
URL on the bottom if anyone wants to try it out later.
Fake news detector 930.herokuapp.com.
Yep, that's us. All right, thank you. Thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you, team. Great work. I hope you're proud. Okay. For the next group, I'll be calling Maíra. Ready, Maíra?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let me share here.
It's working.
So just a moment. Okay. Hello everyone, good night. So me and my group, we have been developing on the past few weeks an analysis of few brands data. Wait, it's not passing. Okay. We're gonna start with the contextualization of the problem. We're gonna follow to the production data and then the sales data and finally future analysis and limitations. So what is FIU? FIU is a clothing brand that started at 2018 with a social purpose to train women to embroider in communities in Rio de Janeiro to boost a fair and responsible consumption. They are on Instagram, Facebook, and also on web. They also have a website on Wix platform for their e-commerce. As they are a small brand managed by only 4 people, they haven't had the chance to do a deep analysis of the brand of the data they've been collecting. So the purpose of our project is to help them to interpret the data and understand how it could help them to improve the selling and management of the production. Concerning the production data, we have performed a leading time analysis with the production steps that they have in their process. The embroidery step is the most crucial one. So this is the one we got into more details and are showing here in this table. First, we came to an average embroidery time throughout the years analyzed, which showed an increase in the average time over the years. When we tried to check for the main offenders, we ran 2 other separated analyses. First, we viewed the lead time per type of product, and then the lead time per print. For the first analysis, here in the middle column, we can sorry, something happened. Okay, so for the first analysis, the results show that the placemats and the wall decor were the items that took the longest time to be produced, and they're both house items, as we can observe. The second analysis showed for the print that the print name Pank is also the time-consuming embroidery. It was the one with the longest lead time of all prints. The information can support decision whenever the company needs to decrease lead time or to plan future collections. Falling to the sales, the first analysis we did was about their number of orders and total revenue over time. With the aim to not expose sensitive data of the brand, we normalized these values on this graph, as you can see on the y-axis. As we can see here, there is a visible seasonality where stands out the peak of December due Christmas and a strong decrease on January after Christmas. However, comparing January 22 versus 21, where they had the lowest revenue for this time period, they still showed an increase comparing to the previous year, which can also be observed for the following months from February to June on 2022. Concerning the access, this graphic here on the left shows that nearly 30% of the access is through social media and 25% through search websites. However, looking on the right, we can see the conversion rates graphic, which stands out Wix email and search websites. But what does this mean? This means that among all people that access Fio from their email newsletter, nearly 7% made a purchase. We also analyzed the purchase looking at the type of users, that is, if they were new and were doing a purchase for the first time, or if they were regular and have done more than one purchase. On the left graph, we can see that among all people that have done a purchase on Wix in this period of time, 85% are considered new users. On the right graph, where we see only the purchase that used a discount coupon, results show that around 80% were made by new users in the first 2 semesters, and that only new users use coupons on the first semester of 22 on this semester, And we can see that it might be interest maybe to give more coupons to regular users. We also did an analysis of the sales concerning the type of items. Here, we can observe on the left the top items responsible for the largest part of the revenue, and on the right, the top 5 best-selling items. We can see that most items are the same, meaning that most representative items are correctly priced to bring revenue proportionally. In addition, the highest selling items represent approximately 20% of both revenue and volume, so they're very important on this slice. Continuing to explore sales breakdown, we can see sales by state on the left. Here, São Paulo appears as the most relevant one, followed by Rio, where both of them together account for 70% of the total items sold, clients, and revenue. Looking at the sale per channel on the top, we can observe that almost 90% 95% is through e-commerce. This slice has increased significantly since the beginning of the pandemic, where they made the strategic decision to invest on digital platforms. On the other hand, the house collection, also launched during the pandemics, decreased as people return to old purchase habits, which is why the category now accounts for less than 5% of the sales of 2022, as shown in this graphic on the bottom. Finally, for future analysis and limitation, we highlight 4 topics that we had the idea, but we couldn't develop because of some limitations and time, of course. First, a future analysis, it would be to perform a demand forecast. This would allow FIU to simulate future scenarios to plan how much of input material they should purchase and how many items they should produce. As the company is still in the early years, there is still too little data to create a reliable model. A second idea that we had, but we weren't able to perform now, was to do a customer segmentation to predict likelihood of purchase and the likelihood of a purchase, and also develop a targeted marketing campaign. However, because of some limitations of Google Analytics API, we couldn't request some clients' information. Another analysis that would be interested, which would be to do a SEO keywords, that to understand the keywords used on organic search for FIU and use those on their SEO to better rank them on websites in future searches. Also, because of the API, we weren't allowed to access this data. And finally, we could also study TikTok potential as a business opportunity, that we could also use this keyword search to see how our audience, how much of our audience is on TikTok. And that's it. So thank you all for listening. And thank you, FIU, for providing us this real data. It was very challenging for our group because, as the teachers were always saying to us, cleaning data is hard in real life. It's never very, how do I say, like, things sometimes are not compatible with change, and we had to read the API's reports, was very hard too. So we couldn't manage to do the final models that we'd like on the beginning, but we learned a lot from it. So thank you, Livergo.
Thank you. That's the point. Yay. Unmute yourself. I hope you could hear from my mic. That was just as much as before. Okay, thank you, Mayra. That was a beautiful way to end this demo day. Thank you so much for this learning lesson for everybody. Okie dokie, congratulations, guys. That's the end already of 9 weeks of intense bootcamp. I hope you're proud and happy. We know it's hard, probably the hardest thing in your life. I don't know anymore. Forget about that. Congratulations to everybody. The best group picture ever of the data science bootcamp. Yay, unmute yourselves. And also one big congratulations to the teachers. Yay! Daniel, Lucas, Andrea, Thierry, João, Mateus, parabéns. Thank you so much for your hard work. Our students are going to be the best professional right now on the market, and that's thanks to you. That's thanks to the value you add to the market. So thank you so much to everyone. It's not the end for our students. Let me show you them beautiful faces again. It's not the end. They will have 1 week of holiday before kicking off the career week. In 1 week, they will be like reviewing resume, LinkedIn, portfolio, meeting with professionals to prepare them for the job market waiting for them. So thank you so much to everyone. Thank you so much for these 9 incredible weeks together. I know the teachers were always very happy to be staffed on your class because you were all eager to learn, and that's amazing to have as students. I am waiting for Mayra and Cicero to join us for the party. And for all the others, we're waiting for you in any Wagon campus in the whole world. I know for the US also, we do a lot of meetups between American students who did it somewhere else. So please, let's meet again. That's not the end, that's only the beginning. Congratulations to all again. Unmute yourselves. It's just me clapping. And for Wagon's not the end either, please follow us on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, everywhere. We have a very cool event coming up next week. It's going to be the demo day, same kind of event we saw today, but this time for web development. So I hope you're excited for that. It's going to be really cool apps. And then the following week, if you're interested in Wagon, we'll have an info session to talk about the different programs, formats, and you can come and ask all of your doubts, clear all your doubts. We'll be waiting for you. Thank you so much. We're waiting for you next week. Ciao.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Bye, guys.
Yes.
Congrats.